This video is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or sponsored by the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, ASE. It is created solely for educational purposes to help viewers expand their automotive knowledge and prepare for ASE-style topics. For official information, study materials, and certification details, please refer directly to ASE.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really helpful lined up for you. 50 practice multiple-choice questions to test your knowledge and help you study smarter. Whether you're brushing up for an exam, preparing for a certification, or just wanting to strengthen your automotive skills, this video is designed to guide you step by step. Grab a notebook, follow along, and see how many you can get right. Let's dive in and start learning together. 1. A vehicle exhibits poor fuel economy and black exhaust smoke. Which is most likely the cause? A. Faulty O2 sensor stuck rich. B. Vacuum leak. C. Weak ignition coil. D. Stuck open EGR valve. Answer: A. Faulty O2 sensor stuck rich. Explanation: an O2 sensor that falsely reads lean causes the PCM to enrich the mixture excessively, creating black smoke and poor MPG. 2. A vehicle stalls when the throttle is suddenly closed. Which is most likely? A. Idle air control valve sticking. B. Restricted fuel filter. C. Low fuel pressure. D. Worn spark plugs. Answer: A. Idle air control valve sticking. Explanation: a sticking IAC cannot react quickly enough to maintain idle airflow during deceleration, causing stalling. 3. If a MAP sensor vacuum hose is disconnected, the PCM will interpret A. Low engine load. B. High engine load. C. Cold start condition. D. Closed throttle. Answer: B. High engine load. Explanation: a disconnected hose causes low manifold vacuum, high pressure, interpreted as heavy load by the PCM, enriching the mixture. 4. Which component stores fuel vapors until the engine can burn them? A. PCV valve. B. evap charcoal canister. C. EGR valve. D. Fuel rail. Answer: B. evap charcoal canister. Explanation: the charcoal canister traps vapors from the fuel tank for later purging into the intake manifold. 5. A code P0420 means A. Catalyst efficiency below threshold. B. O2 sensor heater circuit fault. C. System too lean, bank 2. D. EGR insufficient flow. Answer: A. Catalyst efficiency below threshold. Explanation: a P0420 indicates the downstream O2 sensor detected the catalytic converter isn't working efficiently. 6. A no-start condition is found. There is injector pulse but no spark. Cause? A. Faulty ignition coil or module. B. Bad crankshaft sensor. C. Clogged injectors. D. PCM failure. Answer: A. Faulty ignition coil or module. Explanation: injector pulse means the PCM sees crank signal. Lack of spark indicates ignition circuit failure. 7. High NOx emissions are typically caused by A. High combustion temperature. B. Excessive fuel. C. Stuck open EGR. D. Weak ignition. Answer: A. High combustion temperature. Explanation: NOx forms at very high combustion temperatures, often due to lean mixtures or EGR problems. 8. A code P0122 means A. Throttle position sensor circuit low input. B. MAP sensor high input. C. IAT circuit high input. D. O2 sensor lean. Answer: A. Throttle position sensor circuit low input. Explanation: P0122 indicates a low voltage signal from the throttle position sensor circuit. 9. An O2 sensor voltage that stays near 0.9 volts means A. Lean condition, B. Rich condition, C. Normal operation, D. Open circuit. Answer: B. Rich condition. Explanation: a high O2 sensor voltage indicates low oxygen in the exhaust, typical of a rich mixture. 10. What is the purpose of the fuel pressure regulator in a return-type system? A. Maintain constant injector pressure differential. B. Increase pressure at high RPM. C. Shut off fuel flow at idle. D. Control fuel temperature. Answer: A. Maintain constant injector pressure differential. Explanation: the regulator ensures fuel pressure remains consistent relative to intake manifold pressure.
11. A vehicle with high idle speed and lean codes likely has A. Vacuum leak, B. Stuck closed thermostat, C. Faulty O2 sensor, D. Bad fuel pump. Answer: A. Vacuum leak. Explanation: vacuum leaks introduce unmetered air, causing lean readings and higher idle speed. 12. The PCM sets a P0172 code. What does this indicate? A. Rich mixture bank 1, B. Lean mixture bank 2, C. Lean mixture bank 1, D. Rich mixture bank 2. Answer: A. Rich mixture bank 1. Explanation: P0172 signifies the PCM detects a consistently rich condition on bank 1. 13. A rich mixture will cause which exhaust gas to increase? A. CO, B. NOx, C. O2, D. N2. Answer: A. CO. Explanation: carbon monoxide rises when combustion is incomplete due to excess fuel. 14. What does a P0302 code indicate? A. Misfire detected in cylinder number 2, B. Random misfire, C. Injector fault bank 2, D. Not detected cylinder 2. Answer: A. Misfire detected in cylinder number 2. Explanation: the 02 corresponds to the cylinder number where the misfire occurred. 15. A vehicle exhibits a lack of power at high speeds. Fuel pressure and ignition are normal. Cause: A. Restricted exhaust, B. Vacuum leak, C. Faulty TPS, D. Stuck open PCV valve. Answer: A. Restricted exhaust. Explanation: a partially clogged catalytic converter limits airflow at higher loads. 16. What does a failing ECT sensor cause? A. Hard cold start or rich running, B. Low fuel pressure, C. Poor spark, D. Random misfire. Answer: A. Hard cold start or rich running. Explanation: a false cold reading enriches the mixture unnecessarily, affecting start and fuel economy. 17. A stuck open EGR valve will cause A. Rough idle, B. Knock, C. High NOx, D. Rich mixture. Answer: A. Rough idle. Explanation: EGR flow at idle dilutes the mixture, leading to unstable combustion. 18.
A clogged PCV valve can result in A. High crankcase pressure, B. Rich mixture, C. Rough idle, D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. Explanation: a clogged PCV valve prevents proper ventilation, causing pressure buildup, oil leaks, and idle issues. 19. A P0102 code refers to A. MAF sensor circuit low input, B. MAP circuit high, C. EGR flow insufficient, D. TPS stuck open. Answer: A. MAF sensor circuit low input. Explanation: P0102 indicates low frequency or voltage signal from the MAF sensor. 20. Which test checks for even contribution from all cylinders? A. Cylinder balance test, B. Leak down test, C. Vacuum test, D. Charging system test. Answer: A. Cylinder balance test. Explanation: this test disables each cylinder in sequence to compare RPM drop and identify weak cylinders. 21. An ignition coil that produces spark only on one cylinder of a paired DIS coil indicates A. Faulty plug or wire, B. PCM fault, C. Open secondary circuit, or D. Weak crank signal. Answer: A. Faulty plug or wire. Explanation: DIS coils fire two plugs simultaneously. One open plug wire can affect the paired cylinder. 22. Which emission increases when EGR flow is insufficient? A. NOx, B. HC, C. CO, or D. O2? Answer: A. NOx. Explanation: EGR reduces peak temperatures. Lack of flow raises NOx levels. 23. A high fuel pressure reading with black smoke from the exhaust indicates A. Fuel pressure regulator stuck closed, B. Vacuum leak, C. Weak pump, or D. Restricted fuel filter. Answer: A. Fuel pressure regulator stuck closed. Explanation: a stuck regulator raises pressure, enriching the mixture excessively. 24. What does open-loop operation mean? A. PCM ignores O2 sensors, B. PCM adjusts fuel using O2 data, C. System fault detected, or D. Idle control disabled. Answer: A. PCM ignores O2 sensors. Explanation: open loop uses preset fuel maps before O2 feedback is ready. 25. A vehicle with a leaking injector will show A. Hard-hot start and rich mixture, B. High NOx, C. Lean condition, or D. Normal operation. Answer: A. Hard-hot start and rich mixture. Explanation: a leaking injector floods the cylinder, especially noticeable after heat soak. 26. A rough idle improves when EGR vacuum hose is disconnected. Cause: A. EGR valve leaking at idle, B. PCV valve stuck closed, C. Weak spark, D. Low compression. Answer: A. EGR valve leaking at idle. Explanation: disconnecting vacuum disables EGR flow, improving idle if the valve was leaking. 27. Which condition produces high HC and low CO? A. Misfire, B. Rich mixture, C. Lean mixture, D. Restricted exhaust. Answer:
A. Misfire. Explanation: misfire leaves unburned fuel, HC, without raising CO since fuel never burned. 28. A DTC P0018 means A. ECT sensor circuit high input, B. IAT low input, C. MAP low input, D. TPS high input. Answer: A. ECT sensor circuit high input. Explanation: a high input voltage, open circuit, causes the PCM to assume the engine is very cold. 29. If a PCM detects continuous knock at all RPM ranges, the most likely cause is A. Incorrect fuel octane, B. Faulty knock sensor circuit, C. Clogged EGR valve, D. Lean fuel condition. Answer: B. Faulty knock sensor circuit. Explanation: a constant knock signal usually indicates a shorted sensor or wiring, not real detonation. 30. A weak spark plug wire can cause A. High secondary resistance, B. Lean mixture, C. Low compression, D. Low fuel pressure. Answer: A. High secondary resistance. Explanation: resistance increases with wear, causing weak or intermittent spark.
31. An O2 sensor that switches slowly indicates A. Contaminated or aged sensor, B. Normal operation, C. Open loop, or D. Misfire. Answer is A. Contaminated or aged sensor. Explanation: a slow-switching O2 reacts sluggishly to mixture changes, reducing fuel control precision. 32. A throttle position sensor that reads 10% at idle will cause A. High idle and rich mixture, B. Normal operation, C. Low idle, or D. Lean mixture. Answer is A. High idle and rich mixture. Explanation: the PCM believes the throttle is open, adding extra fuel and bypass air. 33. Which tool measures fuel volume delivered by the pump? A. Graduated cylinder and timer, B. Fuel pressure gauge, C. Scan tool, D. Multimeter. Answer is A. Graduated cylinder and timer. Explanation: fuel volume tests measure how much fuel the pump delivers over time. 34. A code P0336 means A. Crankshaft position sensor range or performance, B. Cam sensor failure, C. Knock sensor high input, or D. MAF circuit fault. Answer is A. Crankshaft position sensor range or performance. Explanation: P0336 signals erratic crank signal frequency or pattern. 35. Which of the following causes high idle vacuum readings? A. Retarded valve timing, B. Clogged exhaust, C. Advanced valve timing, or D. Burned valve. Answer is C. Advanced valve timing. Explanation: early valve closing increases vacuum efficiency, raising idle readings.
36. A catalytic converter that glows red hot is likely due to A. Excess unburned fuel entering exhaust, B. Lean mixture, C. Restricted intake, D. High compression. Answer: A. Excess unburned fuel entering exhaust. Explanation: raw fuel ignites inside the converter, overheating it. 37. An OBD-II monitor marked incomplete after multiple drive cycles means A. Drive cycle not completed properly, B. PCM failure, C. All codes cleared, D. Sensor disconnected. Answer A. Drive cycle not completed properly. Explanation: some conditions, speed, load, temperature, must be met for monitors to run. 38. High NOx and low CO readings usually indicate A. Lean mixture, B. Rich mixture, C. Misfire, D. Catalytic failure. Answer A. Lean mixture. Explanation: lean mixtures burn hotter, forming more NOx while producing less CO. 39. A vacuum gauge shows a slow, steady oscillation at idle. Cause: A. Worn valve guides, B. Weak valve springs, C. Burned valve, D. Late valve timing. Answer C. Burned valve. Explanation: burned valves cause slight, rhythmic vacuum fluctuations due to inconsistent sealing. 40. A DTC P0203 indicates A. Injector 3 circuit fault, B. Cylinder 3 misfire, C. EGR fault, D. TPS voltage high. Answer A. Injector 3 circuit fault. Explanation: P0203 points to an open or short in the injector 3 electrical circuit.
41. Which tool can determine if a catalytic converter is restricted? A. Back pressure gauge, B. Scan tool, C. Fuel gauge, D. DVOM. Answer A. Back pressure gauge. Explanation: measuring exhaust pressure at the O2 port identifies restrictions. 42. If the PCM loses the cam sensor signal but still has crank signal, it will A. Run in batch fire injection mode, B. Shut off injectors, C. Disable ignition, D. Enter limp mode and stall. Answer A. Run in batch fire injection mode. Explanation: the PCM can still time ignition but fires injectors in pairs without cam reference. 43. A misfire occurs only during acceleration. Likely cause: A. Weak ignition coil, B. Vacuum leak, C. Faulty EGR valve, D. Clogged PCV. Answer A. Weak ignition coil. Explanation: load requires higher spark voltage. A weak coil fails under stress. 44. A technician finds the O2 sensor connector soaked in coolant. This can cause A. False rich readings, B. False lean readings, C. PCM shutdown, D. No change. Answer B. False lean readings. Explanation: coolant contamination affects sensor voltage, falsely signaling lean conditions. 45. A faulty purge solenoid in the evap system stuck open will cause A. Rich mixture at idle, B. Lean mixture, C. High NOx, D. Misfire at cruise. Answer A. Rich mixture at idle. Explanation: vapors entering the intake at idle enrich the mixture. 46. Which emission gas indicates misfire during an emissions test? A. HC, B. CO, C. NOx, D. CO2. The answer is HC or A. Explanation: unburned hydrocarbons rise sharply when misfire occurs. 47. A cracked exhaust manifold upstream of the O2 sensor causes blank: A. Lean reading, B. Rich reading, C. Normal operation, D. No effect. The answer is A. Lean reading.
Extra air entering the exhaust dilutes gases, fooling the O2 sensor into reading lean. 48. If an engine's firing order is incorrect, the symptoms will include blank. A. Severe vibration and misfire. B. High idle speed. C. Rich condition. D. Delayed starting only. The answer is A. Severe vibration and misfire. Explanation: incorrect firing order disrupts combustion timing, causing major roughness. 49. The upstream O2 sensor's purpose is to blank. A. Adjust fuel control. B. Monitor catalytic efficiency. C. Measure coolant temperature. D. Detect knock. The answer is A. Adjust fuel control. Explanation: upstream sensors provide real-time air-fuel feedback to the PCM. 50. A wideband O2 sensor differs from a narrowband sensor because it blank. A. Measures AFR over a continuous range. B. Switches between rich and lean only. C. Is unheated. D. Requires no PCM reference. The answer is A. Measures AFR over a continuous range. Explanation: wideband sensors provide precise AFR data over a broad range for modern fuel systems.
Thanks so much for studying with us today. I hope these practice questions helped boost your confidence and sharpen your skills. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next study session. You can click the links on screen right now to watch another study video and keep your learning going. I'll see you over there.